with Gouveia making the tackle. And limping off is Bavaro.
Yeah, he took something. Maybe right in the thigh. He's hobbling on out. Bavaro was really turned into one of Cunningham's favorite targets. Freddie Barnett getting healthy again. He likes to look at him. You can see Bavaro now running a little better. But he likes his tight end.
And he'll be replaced by Maurice Johnson now. 2nd down and 3. And the give is to James Joseph, and he is stopped short of the 1st down by about 1.5 yards. Pickup of 2 that time. Tyrone Stowe right in the middle.
And Kurt Gouveia right in the middle. They brought in Tyrone Stowe because they needed a physical guy, number 90. And you can see how his helmet sits up high on his head. You know, the reason for that is there's 2 air bladders right inside your helmet. They're right up top. Well, most of the time you have to pump them up with a hand pump. He puts so much air pressure in his helmet that they have to put it up with one of the ball pumps, one of those electric things. So they put about 25, 30 pounds of pressure in that thing.
It's like blowing up a football. Short by 1 yard, and timeout called by the Washington Redskins. Redskins called the timeout, and now with 8:11 remaining, 3rd down and 1. Mark Bavaro, who limped off the field moments ago, is back in there, and 2 tight ends for the Eagles coming up on 3rd down and 1 on the 27 of the Redskins.
The game of chess going on in the commercial break. The Eagles took their tight end out and switched back to the 4 wides, and now they came back, and everybody's running on and off the field.
Cunningham was in the shotgun before the timeout. And there is a whistle. And we may have usually what is ruled a false start against the offense. It apparently is against the Eagles.
False start, offense, prior to the snap.
That's a big penalty right here.
5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6. We talked about, you can see that, most penalized team in the league. And that's a major concern. Every player we spoke with on the Philadelphia Eagle team, when we asked them where could they get better, they said the same thing. We can't be penalized as much. We're making too many stupid mistakes. And we have to be better in that department because we just kill our offense.
21 penalties against the Eagles in the last 2 weeks alone. So it's 3rd down and 6 on the Redskin 32. They spread the offense. Williams in motion. Cunningham having trouble finding a receiver, and the pass is knocked down. And well defensed by Tom Carter, who is right in front of the defender, Fred Barnett.
Well, Cunningham, when he starts to feel pressure, what he'll do is he'll roll to his right. He's most effective rolling to the right. Now, the Redskins knew that they had to get pressure from that side. They did not. That bought the time and allowed Barnett to get back, but a great job in the zone by Carter. See how Carter kept the position of the zone and was able to come back and make the play.
This will be a 49-yard attempt by Eddie Murray, who has not missed this year, and his kick is no good. Off to the right.
You just jinxed him.
Well, facts are facts, partner. He is now 9 for 10, but in his behalf, this is the first field goal that Murray has tried in the last 4 games. So Murray misses, and so once again, despite bad field position, the Redskin defense holds, and they'll have good field position after that miss.
Yeah, the first good field position they've had all day. Nice job by that Washington Redskin defense.
Think I jinxed him, huh?
Yeah, you gave him, doesn't it always seem like that when the guy comes up, he says, he's not struck in out in the last 8 at-bats, strike 3.
Seems that way. First down on the Redskin 40-yard line. Still no score. And Ricky Irvins picks up a couple of yards.
The Byron Evans, the linebacker, number 56, is not a real physical at-the-point kind of guy. You can watch him on Big Ray Brown, 300 pounds, but that's a nice job. He sticks his face right in there. Now, Ray will move him out of there, but the Eagles were in an 8-man front, and you just got to take away that lane and allow everybody else to converge, which is what he's done.
Titus Winans has replaced Desmond Howard as a wide receiver on 2nd down and 7. Barat's pass for Elliott, and he's got it. First down to the 30-yard line. So, Gus Barat with a 26-yard pass play. And it was Eric Allen and Greg Jackson defending.
Now this time they bring somebody underneath and they drop Fuller out. They have the zone. Ellard just working right in front of Eric Allen. And Gus Frerotte sees the zone all the way, knows where the weakness is, finds that gray area with Ellard and makes a big completion.
Ellard had caught only 8 passes in the 3 previous games before last week when he went over 100 yards. And the Redskins threatening first down. Frerotte dumps it off, trying to go to Irvins out of the backfield. He stayed in the pocket against good pressure by Byron Evans, who was out covering on the play.
Yeah, and another look by Bud Carson. And they're going to throw it at him early. And again, this is the 8-man front. I want you to watch the safety walked up late. Now you got 1, 2, 3 guys. That means 8 are right up here. Now watch the patience of Frerotte in the pocket. See this? Lots of pressure. Knows where his protection is. Stands up in front.
Bud Carson has his pass defenders in there now. 3 wide receivers for the Redskins on 2nd and 10. And the give is to Irvins. Good hold off the right side. Ricky Irvins manages to hold on to the ball. And a gain of 5 yards. Greg Jackson the stop, and the Redskins on the move.
Yeah, and Greg Jackson, a major difference for the Philadelphia Eagles on their defense. In fact, both the safeties of the Philadelphia Eagles, Jackson and Zordich, are a big reason why they're playing so well. Now, Jackson in Philadelphia had always been a 2-deep guy, which means you just sit back there and you play that soft zone. Well, Carson recognized his talents, and he's really using them this year. He's bringing them up, puts them in man coverage, lets them come to the line of scrimmage. He lets them do a lot of things, and he's really responded well.
Rich Kotite said these are the best 2 safeties we've ever had in Philadelphia. 3rd down and 5, and the handoff to Ricky Irvins, and he has a first down. Inside the 20-yard line, close to the 15. A gain of 10. Rich Miano making the stop.
Nice blocks up front by that offensive line of the Washington Redskins. You can see they have overload to this side. They're going to come right back this way. Usually a trap inside. This time they just blow a major hole. Ray Brown just works. Renfro outside, just takes him, blows him right outside. Irvins comes right up inside.
First down on the 16-yard line. Brian Mitchell is the one back. Ellard followed by McMillan. And here is Mitchell. And Mitchell gets a couple of yards. So right now the Redskins are in field goal range after Eddie Murray missed a 49-yard field goal the last time the Eagles had the ball.
Well, this is what I meant earlier in the game when I talked about the Redskins matching up well with this Eagle team. They're very familiar. That offensive line has been there before. They've played well together. They know the front. They know Bud Carson. They've seen him one other time before. So you get comfortable with what the defense is going to try to do to you and what you're trying to do to them.
Hey, Matt, the Redskins gave the Eagles a scare in Philadelphia. That was just 3 weeks ago. 2nd down and 7. The ball at the 13. Play fake and Frerotte looking to throw. And he's got Desmond Howard, and it's a touchdown for Washington. Well, they love Gus Frerotte a little more right now than they did before, and they liked him a lot.
Yeah, and good reason why. Watch Frerotte. He's going to be under pressure. Towns is going to work back inside and get the hit on him. And I got to tell you, Desmond Howard put a move on Eric Allen that just freed him wide open because of the time he's had it, threw the ball out there, touchdown.
3rd touchdown catch of the year by Howard, and Chip Lohmiller's kick is good. And the Washington Redskins have scored against Bud Carson's Eagle defense and lead 7-0.
Gus Frerotte, we talked about him being confident and being calm and poised. You can't get to him. You can't rattle him. Look at how he stands in that pocket, knowing he's going to get hit. He saw him all the way. Townsend with the pressure right in his face. But he stayed right on that receiver, delivered the ball perfectly.
And, Matt, how do you think Desmond Howard feels, who has been under fire for really not producing, being as a high draft pick as he was?
Well, he's got to be excited because now it's like a new clean slate again. You got another guy throwing the ball. And what happens sometimes, that receiver will get into a groove with a quarterback, and all of a sudden he becomes your guy. And so Howard has a shot to maybe become the guy with Gus Frerotte.
So Farad with his third touchdown pass of his brief season thus far, and for Howard, his first TD catch since the second week of the year against the Saints. 7 plays, 60 yards, and the Redskins move out in front. Redskins will kick off. Chip Lohmiller will be kicking it back deep. That's Herschel Walker. He has Vaughn Hebron with him. First kickoff return was 20 yards by Walker. Low kick. And Walker inside his 10. Great return by Herschel Walker. And it takes 4 Redskins to finally bring him down near midfield.
Now let's watch Desmond Howard, number 80, what he does to Eric Allen. Now you're going to watch him down here, and he's working on Eric Allen right here. And he's going to run down. And he's going to run that out, back out to the corner. Now the key, of course, is back here. He has the time. Breaks it in. Eric Allen takes the bite. He thought he was going to have an in move, and then Howard broke back outside, wide open, and a perfectly thrown ball.
That was a 43-yard kickoff return, however, by Herschel Walker. And once again, the Eagles have great field position as they start from midfield. And the give is to Charlie Garner, and he is nailed. It looks like the Redskins defense has caught the bug here, and no gain for Garner. That was Tony Woods. Tony Woods
has been the most, I would say, right here, he's played the best of the defensive line for this Washington Redskins team. Takes Antoine Davis, just throws him right outside, Broderick Thompson rather, and back inside on the tackle. Now Woods has never been known as a real flashy guy, but very, very consistent. And he's been the most consistent defensive player really for the whole entire Redskin defense.
Second down and 10 for the Eagles. Cunningham's pass over the middle of James Joseph, and Joseph picks up about 7. Andre Collins defending on the play. Last time the Redskins won a game in the NFC East was a year ago September against the Dallas Cowboys. They have lost 11 in a row against division foes since then. Third down and 4 for Philadelphia. Penalty markers down. Referee today is Dick Hantak. With 2:54 remaining in the first quarter.
False start. Offense.
Another penalty against the Eagles.
To the snap. Still third down.
And they've been costly penalties that. Instead of 3rd and 1, it was 3rd and 6. Instead of 3rd and 4, it's now 3rd and 9.
And that's exactly what Kotite told us they couldn't have done. And they're doing that exact same thing. Isn't it amazing how you work on things each week? You say, you know, we can't have the dumb penalties. We can't have the stupid,
Anyway.
and they go and do it. It's amazing.
3rd and 9 at the 49-yard line. Well, maybe that Monday night grueling game took a lot out of the Eagles, more than we know. Cunningham has time and going for Victor Bailey, overthrown, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the Eagles are out of sync right now. Philadelphia Eagle passing game is out of sync. It's a passing game that's usually on timing and getting it off quick, and right now they don't have that timing.
Cunningham is 2 for 8 for only 13 yards, and Brian Barker will punt for the 3rd time. Brian Mitchell back deep. Bearcats by Mitchell on the 14. I'll tell you one thing, the Eagles could not ask for better field position than they've had so far. But right now, for a McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown in our Hollywood studio.